Saturday. I'm so excited to do a 90-minute yoga class with y'all. We're going to start with a couple of sun salutations and then hop into traditional 26 and 2 yoga on your lovely Saturday morning. So we're going to start with five rounds of sun salutations. The first two are what are called half salutes or half suns, where we're only going to do part of the movement. The next three are going to be full sun salutations. If the first two movements make more sense for your body, feel free to repeat those the whole time rather than doing the whole shebang. So come towards the top of your mat. It'll make sense in a minute. I'm going to show you from the back and periphery, and we're going to do 2 sets of half suns and then 3 sets of full sun salutes. So feet close together, rock the weight into your toes, bring the weight back into your heels, evenly distribute your body weight on both feet, stand up nice and tall. Okay, bring your hands together at heart center and begin as you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, looking up as if you're saluting the sun. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, hinge at your hips, place your hands on the floor and drop your head. Inhale into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you, back flat, weight in your toes. Exhale, bend your knees and fold again. Relax your head down. Inhale, root to rise, arms with your ears, come on up, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, head down. Inhale, arms with your ears, coming up, looking up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. You can keep doing half salutes or join me for 3 full sun salutes. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to floor, step back into a high plank or tabletop. Hug your elbows in and lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do baby cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Try to get heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, and then drop your head down. And if down dog doesn't make sense for your body, come onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips forward as you reach your arms forward, sink your hips down as you reach your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to floor, look forward and step forward, lengthen into your halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, reach to rise, come on up, arms with your ears looking up. Exhale, hands down. Good, 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, stomach in, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen, back flat, weight in the toes. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop. You can go from here directly to your down dog or child's pose, or take a vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into your back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog or child's pose. For down dog, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between index finger and thumb. Bring your shoulders down away from your ears. That's the hard part for me. Contract your thigh muscles up towards the ceiling as you press your heels down. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your head, fold. Inhale, come on up, arms with the ears looking up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Good, last one. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you can step or float back, lower down. Inhale, come up into your up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog or child's pose. If you're doing down dog, try to get your heels on the floor. You might need a slightly wider stance. Relax your head, look for your shins behind you, one leg bringing head to floor. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forward, step or float forward into your halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, come on up, arms with your ears looking up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. So that's our little warm up. Hopefully you got the blood flowing. From here, we're going to hop into 26 and 2 yoga, starting with 2 sets of pranayama deep breathing. Bring your feet together, toes, heels touching. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Knuckles stay under your chin like glue. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Ichi, down, head back. Forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale, chin down. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Sorry. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Bring your chin down, elbows up, stomach in, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Head back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty your lungs, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Keep the weight in your heels. Glue your ankle bones together. Squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze your butt. Exhale, head up, lock your legs. Weight stays in your heels. Hips a little forward, hip muscles contracting, thigh muscles tight. Inhale, head down as you inhale. Open your rib cage wide. Expand your rib cage. Expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up even as you exhale. Stomach in, eyes open, look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Let's make this the last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together. Interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Squeeze your thighs. Squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up, breathing in through your nose. Lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth. Slowly head back, slowly arms forward, elbows touch, pointing forward. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the top. Exhale, head up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, head down. So there's 4 nodes of breathing: the inhale, the exhale, but also the space in between. Exhale, head up. And in yoga, we want to honor the space in between, right? The pause between the exhale and inhale. So hold here, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, and then work to slowly, methodically fill up the lungs, taking in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. So much of our yoga practice, in fact, is that space in between, where we're almost to that next level of a posture, but not quite there. Inhale, head down. So just by pausing at the top of your inhale, maybe use that as a symbolic gesture that you're comfortable being in that little almost but not quite space. Exhale, head up. Use your knuckles to push your head back. Squeeze your palms together, wrists together, forearms, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Let's make this last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time. Let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now. Elbows touch. Good. Change. Arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue. Half moon with hands to feet pose. Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana. Feet together. Inhale your arms over your head. Palms together. Interlock your fingers. Release your index fingers. Cross your thumbs. Nice tight grip. Stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, stretch up a little taller. Good, and when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels. Push your hips a little forward. Squeeze your palms together. Upper body back. Touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist. Try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line. Slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows or knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day and there's no rush. Know where you have to be, nothing you have to prove to yourself or to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through your nose. If you ever find that you're holding your breath, gritting your teeth, squinting your eyes, go slow, ease up, relax your face, relax your jaw, take a slow inhale, and an even slower exhale. On your next inhale, lengthen your arms. Exhale, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right, coming down without bending your elbows or knees. So if the knees or elbows start to bend, come up a little bit, press your left arm into your left ear, press your right arm into your right ear, contract your left thigh, contract your right thigh, and breathe through your nose. On the note of lefts and rights, it is worth noting that I am not mirroring you, so it might look like I'm bending to the right, when in fact I'm bending to the left. You are welcome to follow my body or my words, either way. Just know that in general, we will do the right side of postures first in this style of yoga. Squeeze your palms together, lift your chest, and then press your hips to the right. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend of the day, show you from the side, take a deep breath. Full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. Maybe give your head a gentle shake, eyes open, look for the floor behind you, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your chest, and then bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. Lock your legs, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, and then bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Go down, hands to floor, drop your head, go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, and flexible. I will try to show and tell in all of the postures in class. That back bend we just did is the only posture where I can't talk and do it at the same time. So if you hear some silence, that is why. Padastasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway, drop your head. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or eventually your heels from behind. And if you want to start by grabbing your pinkies and like pulling a little bit so you can stretch your spine, feel free. Then grab at the backs of your legs. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes, with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Stomach in, eyes open, roll forward, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come on up, arms with ears, knees can bend. Nice, arms down, and you stand a little taller, right? That's the whole goal, you're just standing taller. Good, second set, feet together, inhale your arms over your head, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the right as you push your hips to the left. When I was a new teacher, I used to tell people like, switch the grip, and nobody would move their hands, and I was like, oh, nobody wants to listen to me. And then I realized it was because everybody in class had been doing it for so long that they would just automatically switch their grip. So they didn't need to be told and there was nothing to fix. That is a reminder, you know, the more you do this yoga, you are your greatest teacher, right? I will keep the pace in class. I will give you suggestions, but it's your body, it's your life experience. Have fun. Squeeze your palms, hips more forward, upper body back, left hip forward, two hips in line, right shoulder forward, two shoulders in line, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up and drop to the left as you push your hips to the right. And on that note, anytime you hear a teacher say something like, come down, push, it does not have to apply to you, right? You can stay light, you can stay lifted, do what feels good to your body. Keep the weight in your heels, push your hips a little forward, upper body back, biceps with yours. Push your right hip forward to keep your hips facing the front of your mat space. Left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up. Second heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes, squeeze your butt, lift your arms up, and then bring your arms back. So actively push your hands away from your face, lock your legs, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, and then push your index fingers back. Bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, go down with a flat back, put your hands on the floor, then drop your head and go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. You've been here before, notice what's a little bit more loose, what's still a little tight, there's no right or wrong. Second set, Padasana, bend your knees, you can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from behind, wrap your elbows back and roll forward, touch stomach to thighs, chest to knees, let your head go, eventually face to the shins, pull on your heels, bend your elbows back, roll your weight forward, and gently lift your hips up. So think about lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Let your pelvic floor relax as you press the hips up and the big toes down. Eventually the legs will lock, doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. As you pull, imagine you're going to hook your rib cage over your knees, sliding the upper body down the lower body to the floor. Pull on your heels, run your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your legs. Good, change, come on up, come up with a flat back. A flat spine, good, arms down, and you let that one go. Awkward, Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right, 6 inches, hip width distance, not too big of a step, insides of your feet perfectly parallel, like 11s, arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight. Suck your stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Good, feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight. Bring a little bit more weight back into your heels. Sit down more, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back. Try to fall down backwards at the end. Change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide. Now come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. So we're starting to play with balance. Stretch up, bend your knees, and sit down. Notice if your knees want to go out or in, you want to point your kneecaps and big toes forward. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, heels down. Keep your arms nice and strong. Squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come a little bit off the floor and slowly sit down. Listen to your body, stop whenever you want. You can always put your hands on the floor too to help you sit down. Eventually sitting all the way down, squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your chest, drop your shoulders, soften your jaw, change, slowly come up, knees together, good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Go again. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance. I'll show you from the side. Insides of your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down. So you want to stick your butt out. And in the first part, you can really fold forward, like touch your upper body to your lower body if it helps you get your hips down. From here, stomach in and start to lift up, peeling the ribs off the thighs. Lift your chin up, chest up, change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide, concentrate, meditate, levitate. Come up all the way on your tippy toes like stiletto heels. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. Jess used to say, like, you're in stiletto heels, even the guys. And I'd be like, of course the guys should be in stilettos. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, heels down. It's 2020. Squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little bit off the floor, and slowly sit down like you're sliding your back down a wet marble wall. Take your time, listen to your body. Stop when there's still a gap between your heels and your butt. So you're never like resting down, right? Pull your belly in, lift your chest up, and change. Slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana. Look at your arms, identify which is right, which is left. Don't mix them up. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm. Right elbow under left elbow. You can grab your shoulders. You can cross again at your wrists and have the hands interlaced or hands in prayer. Thumbs towards your face, pinkies away from your face. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down. Stay down there. And bring your right leg over your left leg. Right leg over left leg. Cross, twist, and breathe. In and out through your nose. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes. Sit down more. Bring the hips back, weight into your heel. Lean your upper body back at the end. Good. Change. Feet together, arms over your head. We'll do the left side. Bring your left arm under your right arm, left under right. Notice if your hands go to the right of your face. Bring your hands to the left, back to center, and then pull the right shoulder down. Pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. Cross, twist, and breathe. So this is the last posture in what we call the warm-up series. We do the breathing exercise to warm up the neck and lungs. Then we do half moon with hands to feet to stretch the body. We do awkward chair pose to strengthen the body. Eagle pose is about opening the body. We're opening all the major joints in the body, deltoid, scapula, elbows, wrists, hips, knees, and ankles, 7 on each side. Sit down more, twist like ropes, bring your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Second set, bring your right arm under your left arm, pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your right leg over your left leg. So this is the first of many postures where the release of the posture is as therapeutic as the posture itself. In this one, we're squeezing the knees and elbows together. So we're opening all the major joints in the body, right? Wrists, elbows, knees, hips, all that good stuff. And when you release out, you're gonna get a nice rush of blood to that part of the body. For now, really twist, really squeeze, sit down more, lean your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Last one, bring your left arm under your right arm, pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. And it is said that this posture is also good for your reproductive organs because you're putting a lot of pressure in that part of your body. Bring your knees to the left, upper body to the right. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Sit down more, elbows down more, lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, arms down. Party time, grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers. Carolyn used to say eagle pose is really good if you're trying to have a baby. And so I would jokingly come out of the posture like I didn't want to have a kid, but it does not work that way, right? Yoga is preventative medicine as far as injury, but it is in many other ways just adding, right? Yoga is kind of like adding ingredients to a cake. And so you're just slowly, methodically adding ingredient by ingredient, bit by bit, because it's a lot easier to add than to subtract. So for the next couple postures, we're going to balance on one leg. And if you go slow in adding the ingredients, the element to the posture, rather than rushing all the way to the end, you'll find that you can hold longer. Standing standing head to knee. Dandayamana Janushirasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg. So lift your left kneecap up, engage your left quadricep muscle. Lift your right leg up, point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face, abdomen in. Option to stay here or start to round down, maybe just an inch or two today, and slowly, eventually over time, pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, nice, tight, white knuckle grip. Standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken. You have no knee. If you've been coming for a while and you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble, inhale, breathing slowly, gently. Lift your right leg up until it's exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, that's too easy. No lower, that can hurt your lower back. Standing leg locked. Take a deep breath, kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If both legs lock from the side legs make an L, like Linda, start to bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Notice if your foot is crossing the center line of your body. Bring your right foot to the right. Lock your leg, lock your leg, lock your leg. Change. Slowly reverse out. Shift your weight to your right leg. I'll show you from the side. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot. Lift your left thigh up. Point your toes, flex your toes. Keep your toes flexed back. Now eventually you're going to round down and pick up your foot with your thigh parallel to the floor. This is pretty hard though, right? This is a lot of abdominal wall strength. If you have a tight back, start with your knee lifted into your chest so you don't have to round down so much. Make sure your standing leg is locked. No bend, but no like super hyperextension, right? Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot. From here, inhale, slowly lift your left leg up. And it's a real kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If the standing leg is bending a lot, posture hasn't started, rather than thinking of pushing your knee back, see if you can just lift your hips up. If both legs lock from the side, legs make an L, a 90-degree angle, start to bend elbows in, touch elbows to calf muscles, elbows down, chest down. One day elbows go below the calf muscle, heel forward, toes back, shoulders down, stomach in. Change. Slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend, or a knee bend. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot. Contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh. Lift your right leg up. Flex your toes back. Engage your abdominal wall. Round down and pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers are locked. Concentrate. Meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Touch your forehead to your knee. Heel forward, toes back, stomach in, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Slowly reverse out. Good for you. Shift your weight to your right leg. Contract your right quadricep muscle. Lift your right thigh. Lift your left thigh up. Flex your toes back. Stomach in. Start to round down and pick up your left foot. Webbing to webbing grip. Relax your face. Suck your stomach in. Relax your shoulders. Lock your right knee. When you're ready, slowly lift your left leg up. For most of us, the hardest part will be locking the kicking leg. Take some time. Eventually, both legs lock, bend elbows down, and then slowly tuck your chin to your chest. And put your forehead on your knee. Heel forward, toes back, stomach in. Good. Change whenever you're ready. Slowly reverse out. Good for you. You can put your hands on your back again and do a little back bend or even standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana Dhanurasana. Feet together. Bring your right hand up. Elbow touches the body. Bring your hand out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone. Notice if your right hip is peeling back already. Try to press your right hip forward and down so your hips start in line. Bring your left arm up and all the way back with your ear. Lock your left leg. Point your right toes. Take a deep breath, stretch up. And go for it. Charge your body forward slowly. Simultaneously, kick your right leg back and up. Take a breath. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line. Maybe even touch your chin to your shoulder. Shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick really hard. Body down more, leg up more. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down. Bring your left hand up. Out to the left, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone. Press your left hip forward and down. Bring your right arm up and back with your ear. Lock your right leg. Keep your toes relaxed though. Your right toes relaxed. Point your left toes. Stretch up and charge your body forward. So the foot that's on the floor, make sure that you're not grabbing the floor with your toes. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot. So there is weight forward in the ball of your foot, but you're not like grabbing the floor, right? Think instead about lifting up through the arch of your foot. Suction cupping all four corners of the foot to the floor. Keep your chin and chest lifted and slowly come down. See the foot coming over the top of your head, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line. Keep breathing. Bring the body down to parallel. Body down more, leg up more, kick a little harder. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down, take a breath. Notice the quality of the energy in your body. Is it frustrated, frenetic, anxious? Is it calm, smooth like a stone? Just noticing. And then maybe guiding the energy through your breath. Heart rate kept beating for sure, right? But breath still steady. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot, left arm up, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, lift your shoulder up, stretch up, and then swipe your left arm along the profile of your face as you kick your right leg back and up. Now notice if the right hip is super lifted. Drop your right hip down, reach the left shoulder forward, breathe through your nose. Keep your chin and chest lifted and slowly come down to parallel. Chest up more, big toe up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Last one, bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot, knees together, right arm up. So again, notice if the hip is lifting, you want to press the left hip forward. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. See how hard you can kick before coming down. Slowly body down, leg up, foot coming over the top of your head, right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, chest opening. Keep breathing. Lock your right leg, come down, point your left toes, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Good, come to the back of your mat and towel. Tula Dandasana, balancing stick. Feet together. Inhale your arms over your head, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, and lean back. Step your right foot forward, a big step. Lock both legs, point your left toes, and slowly tilt, like a seesaw. Good. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. From the side, body makes a T, like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Chin forward, chest down, heel up, stretch. Good, change. Ooh, left foot down, right foot back. So remember, in baking a cake, it's easier to add ingredients than to subtract. Lean back, step your left foot forward. So take a moment, lock both legs, lift your right foot off the floor, keep your arms with your ears, and now tilt. If you go down like a broken umbrella, it's much harder to become a T like Tom. So you just want to start nice and long, palms together, arms with the ears, slowly chest down, chin forward, heel up, body down, heel up, stretch. Good, change, right foot down, left foot back, float your arms down, take a breath. Second set, arms overhead, palms together, switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, lean back, step your right foot forward, lock both legs, point your left toes, and tilt. Notice if the left hip is lifting up, press your left hip down, spiral your inner left thigh up, left big toe up, left pinky toe down, left foot to the left, squeeze your palms, stretch. Change, left foot down. It's really hard to keep the hips in line. Lean back, step your left foot forward. You can do it. Lock both legs, point your right toes and tilt. So right hip down, right foot to the right, spiral inner right thigh up. Chest down, heel up, squeeze palms, stomach in, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that. For the next 3 postures, we balance on 2 separate legs. For traction, you are welcome to come to the top of your mat, and face the long side of your mat so your feet stay on your mat. I will face you. Standing, separate leg stretching, Dandayamana, Vikaptapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Go slow. Grab your heels. If you can't grab your heels, first play around with your step. See if taking a slightly bigger or smaller step helps you grab the outsides of your feet. From there, you can also grab the outsides of your feet to pull, or even start with your hands on the floor in front of you if your knees and hamstrings are tight. Once you have your hands where they want to go for the first set, roll forward. Everybody bring the weight into the balls of your feet without gripping the floor with your toes. You could almost pick your heels off the floor. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling, contract your quadricep muscles, lock your legs. First the legs stretching, then the hips stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching. 360-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead. Touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. If your forehead's not yet touching the floor, Bikram just says one thing: open your step more and more and more. Roll forward, hips up, touch forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good. Change. Slowly come up, push your hips forward, step your right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. So this posture is genius. It comes at a place where our heart has been beating. So we're letting ourselves take a moment with an inverted heart to slow the heart rate, but we're also stretching the whole back of the body, not just the hamstrings, but the spine as well, right? You want a nice long back so you can stretch the back. I'll show you second set from the side. Arms overhead, step your right foot to the right, big step. If your forehead touched the floor in the first set though, take a smaller step so you can stretch your spine even more. Lift your chin and chest, stretch up, and go down. Do you guys remember a couple years ago, there was this astronaut, and one of the reasons why they picked him to go into space is because he had an identical twin. And so they wanted to see like what changes, you know what I mean? If you go to space and your twin doesn't. Roll forward. So rather than rounding your spine, can you arch your spine, right? Think about pulling stomach through thighs, chest through knees, and eventually head to the floor. And one of the things that they found is that he actually grew 2 inches in space because there wasn't gravity pulling him down, right? So his vertebrae was able to lengthen. Now, after he came back to Earth, it took about a week for him to lose those 2 inches, but pretty cool to think about, you know, when we're not in gravity and when we're standing or when we're upright, the back can lengthen. Now think about this. In this posture, we're doing the opposite. We are using gravity to lengthen the spine. So if you pull and then bring your head to the floor, spine is getting longer. We are using gravity to our advantage rather than fighting against it. Change. Slowly come up. Good. Step your right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. And I'll never forget, this is pretty cool. There's a student who used to come to Hotspot who most of you would recognize. I'm not going to use her name, but middle-aged woman, premenopausal, and she went to the doctor and the doctor said, I'm not kidding, you grew 2 inches in the last year. Pretty cool. Who knew? You didn't need to go to space. You could just do a lot of yoga and check it out. If you've been sitting like this all day, you can grow 2 inches. Now we're going to do triangle trikonasana. So always lifting up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. Big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back. Turn your right foot out. Left toes in. Bend your right leg. Sit down. I'll never forget, she was like, my whole life I've been 5'3", and now I'm 5'5". It's so cool. Sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingers just above your big and second toe. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, and breathe. So the good news about the human body is that muscle holds up bone, not the other way around, which means that as you strengthen and stretch your muscles, you can actually lengthen the bones, right? You can sit up nice and tall. So keep lifting your chest up, look up, turn, twist upper body back, lock your left leg, left foot, flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. And what else holds up bone other than muscles, right? Joints, ligaments, tendons. Sit down more, lean back, and move your arms. So we're working on joints. We're working on the fascia, stretching the fascia on the body, that substance that kind of holds everything in place.
We're working through tightness and tendons, ligaments, we're strengthening muscles. And the really cool thing about exercise is that we know that it also maintains bone density, right? So it truly is an all over, inside out, bones just gonna work out. Turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. Second set triangle, arms overhead, step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor, push your hips forward, lean your upper body back. So you start with your hips and chest nice and open. Turn your right foot out, bend your right leg, sit down. You can press your left hip forward if it helps you sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee, left arm up to the ceiling, look up and stretch up. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Now make the rotation in the chest. Turn, twist upper body back, lock your left leg, left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, two heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, lunge. So from the get-go, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, sit down more, and move your arms. You want your chest open to the front of your mat space. Drop your right thigh down, push your left knee back, and stretch your arms apart. You want to feel this huge stretch across your chest. Reach your right arm up, sink your right hip down, hip sitting down, chest lifting up, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Good, change, rotate your arms, push the left heel into the floor, left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, and float your arms down. Take a moment to check in, just noticing the quality of your breath, the energy flowing through your body. Standing separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana, Bikaptapada, Janushirasana. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, only cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 feet minimum, maybe 4 feet. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. If you're on the long side of your mat, you'll face the back of your mat. Let's do the setup. Turn your back toes in. Push your hips forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times beyond your flexibility. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Round your spine. Chin tuck to chest, stomach in, stretch your fingers forward, touch your forehead and knee together. You can bend your right leg as much as you want. Just touch knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight into your right front leg. Right hip up, left hip forward, get your 2 hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change. Slowly uncurl. Arms with your ears. Head up, last. Good. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Uncross your heels so they're in a line, but not crisscross. Turn your back toes in. So bring your right heel back, and then you can press your right hip forward until your hips and arms are square. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and slowly go down. Round, scoop, curl, tuck, concave. Press both hips towards your ribs, abdomen towards the ceiling. Touch your forehead and knee together. Remember, you can bend your front leg. You can take a bigger step or smaller step. You can turn your back toes in. Just touch knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch your fingers beyond big and second toe. Bring maximum weight to your left leg, left hip up, right hip forward, 2 hips in line, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change. Slowly uncurl, right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Take a breath. Second set, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, maybe other thumb on top. Whoa, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels. Turn back toes in, and then you can move this hip forward until your hips are even. You can even squeeze inner thighs together. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Can you look at your hips all the way down? You cannot see your right foot all the way down. Notice when your left hip starts to lift up, stop there, push your left hip forward, and now go down. Eventually keeping the two hips in line the whole time. So, it's very common when our back is tight for one hip to want to lift up. I'm right there with you. But when the hips lift up, then we kind of awkwardly twist the spine. We crunch into one side of the body and overextend the other. So by moving the hips forward, both sides of the back round equally the same. It's a better stretch for your shoulders, your hips, the whole back. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, biceps with ears, head up, last. Good, pivot on your heels. I'll show you the last one from the front. Turn back toes in, make sure your heels are in line, but not crisscross. That'll make it really hard to balance, right? Right toes in, right hip forward, 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 until your hips and armpits are square to the front of your mat space. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Keep your jaw relaxed and your chin tucked to your chest. You can do both at once. This just might be a new neuromuscular pathway. So can you tuck your chin to your chest and relax your jaw at the same time? Those things are connected, but not interconnected. Jaw relaxed, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Slowly come up. That's where you're getting the strength, the balance, the control. Head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels. Right foot back. Float your arms down. Come to the middle of your mat space for tree pose and then toe stand. Tree, Tadasana. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. At first, maybe your foot's on top of your shin, your knee, your thigh. Eventually, touch your heel to your costume. Sole of foot flat to ceiling. Slowly, gently, let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. You want to feel it in your hip, not your knee. Bring your right hand up, and if you can balance, left hand up. Elbows down, shoulders down, chest up, spine straight. Take a slow inhale and an even slower exhale. Good. Change. Slowly lower your right leg down. Lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. For those of you who feel knee pain in this one, rather than having your knee out to the side, I have an alternative. If you always feel knee pain in this one, you're going to interlock your fingers. This is also a great opportunity to learn. This posture is part of the hip opening series, as is wind removing pose on the floor, right? This is wind removing pose just standing. From here, you're going to put your foot on your outer thigh and let the knee drop straight down so that your knee and hip are in line. So eventually you'll have your knee out to the side. That's how we train the knee to sit in lotus. But for those of you that have tight knees, just have your knee drop straight down so shoulder, hip, and knee are all in one line. Then you feel it in the hip, not the knee. Good. Change. Left leg down. Padangusthasana, toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. You can bring one or both hands together. Option to stay here, just looking towards the floor might be enough for today. When you're ready, fold forward. Lean forward, hands to floor. Walk your hands forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back towards either sides of your hips and breathe through your nose. Left hand, right hand, elbows down, spine straight, right hip forward, come a ½ inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or reverse out. Lift your hips up, push your hips forward. Good. Change, right leg down. Shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, and lift your left leg up. So you're welcome to build toe stand like we normally would, going from standing to the floor. If you never do toe stand because of like a hamstring or knee tightness, I will show you a way to get into it from the floor. So if you'd like to join me in tabletop position, you just tuck your toes under. This is for anyone that like doesn't do toe stand because it's a little bit scary to fold forward, no problem. Tuck your toes under, place one foot on top of your thigh, and then you're gonna walk back. And now you're in toe stand. So I'll show you from the front. Tabletop with toes tucked under. You put one foot on top, walk your hands back, and now
you're in toe stand. Easy peasy pumpkin easy, right? My favorite posture to fall out of. When you're ready, change. You can come up on 2 feet or reverse out, straightening your standing leg, pushing the hips forward. Good, and change. Honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, heels together, toes fall open. So I have a lot of tricks like that up my sleeve. If there's a posture that you're unsure of, feel free to message me. And like, I might not have, an answer, but I probably have other questions or suggestions for you. But I really do believe that this yoga is for everybody, everyone, and there are ways that we can have you experience the postures despite aches or pains or disabilities. Okay, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, bring your heels together, let your toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Savasana is a gas station, let it fill you up. I thought today I would read you a poem by the late, great Mary Oliver. So as you hop into your Savasana, heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. This is Invitation by Mary Oliver. And it's a nice morning poem for morning yoga. Invitation by Mary Oliver. Oh, do you have time to linger for just a little while out of your busy and very important day for the goldfinches that have gathered in a field of thistles, for a musical battle to see who can sing the highest note or the lowest, or the most expressive of mirth, or the most tender. Their strong, blunt beaks drink the air as they strive melodiously, not for your sake and not for mine, and not for the sake of winning, but for sheer delight and gratitude. Believe us, they say, it is a serious thing just to be alive on this fresh morning in the broken world. I beg of you, do not walk by without pausing to attend to this rather ridiculous performance. It could mean something. It could mean everything. It could be what Rilke meant when he wrote, "You must change your life." That's Invitation by Mary Oliver. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. There's no one I would rather be with than you guys on this fresh morning in the broken world. Pavanamuktasana when you're moving pose, right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin just below the knee, nice tight white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, and pull down extra hard. Maximum pressure in your lower abdomen, massaging your ascending colon. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down, and hold still. Right leg on the floor. If your right calf muscle does not naturally touch the floor, try flexing your right toes back to your face to anchor the right calf, right hip, and right shoulder down. Change, left leg down, and both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other. Give yourself a really big hug for coming to class, good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body and hold still. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. Second set, lift your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, opposite thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out and down and hold. So what we're doing is a sequence of 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises. And the sequence is very intentional, right? We're doing a posture that works on digestion before we lie on our stomach, very much on purpose. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. And the postures go in a certain order for a reason. Like I wouldn't recommend you to do camel pose and rabbit pose without doing some other postures first, right? You want to be warmed up. Change, left leg down, both legs up. However, there are some postures that you can do like out of sequence just on their own. And this is one of them. And this posture is particularly good around the holidays when you're traveling, right? It's a nice way to hug yourself. It's It's a nice way to open your back, and it's also a nice way to work on your digestion. And I said, holidays when we're traveling, because that's, what a lot of us do, but a lot of us this year are not traveling for the holidays, but are still perhaps planning on eating a large meal ordered from a restaurant on Thursday. This is your posture when you eat a little bit too much turkey or tofurkey, right? This is your posture. It's so good for digestion, so good for giving yourself a hug, especially if you're, celebrating Thanksgiving alone. And it's so good for lengthening your spine after a day sinking into your couch. Change, arms down, eyes open. So again, there's some postures like camel that I would recommend doing in this sequence, but wind removing pose, that is one. If you ever have a stomach ache or you've eaten a little bit too much or you're just feeling a little bit lonely, right leg, left leg, big hug, both legs. Okay, next we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back, any history of slip discs, get the sit up, roll off to the side, meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Good. Turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana. Good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling like grasshopper legs. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail. Toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up, and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent. They make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Hug your arms into your sides. Where are your shoulders in relationship to your ears? Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Hips toward, elbows towards the hips. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together. Toes, heels touch. Lock your legs. Push your feet down. Hips down, hands down. Look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good. Change. Slowly lower down. Look to your right. Left ear on the towel. Arms down. Palms face the ceiling. Toes together. Heels fall open. I will be leading a Thanksgiving Day 12 p.m. 60-minute class. So we're going to do 60-minute 26 and 2, followed by a 15-minute gratitude meditation. You're welcome to join just for yoga, just for meditation, or both. And you are welcome to invite friends or family, like especially friends or family from afar. Feel free to invite them to come, even if it's just for the meditation. And I'm happy to leave the Zoom up afterwards if people want to chat for a little bit. But whether you're like spending Thanksgiving alone, or you're spending Thanksgiving with a lot of people and you need a break from them, or you're spending Thanksgiving with people and you want to invite them into something in your life, we have yoga for that, right? So you can invite them to class or just be by yourself for an hour. Okay, second set, Cobra, chin on the floor, hands flat on the floor, all 10 fingers pointing forward, hands flat, not cupping, feet together, lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, keep your feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, push your feet, hips and hands down, keep your chin and chest lifted, neck in line with the rest of your spine. So you're not dropping your head down, but you're also not like crunching into the neck, right? Just look up gently, feet together, nice stretch through the fascia on the chest, lift your chest up, good, change, slowly lower down, look to your left, right ear on the towel, arms down, heels open. If you have a tight neck and it hurts to look right and left, as you look to the left, you can bend your left hand or even both hands up close to your face so your arms are bent, and that'll take some pressure off of the neck and shoulder, eventually arms down by your side. Locust Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your shoulders, arms, palms face the floor, and wiggle your arms underneath you, right, left, hi ho, one day pinky fingers touch, spread your fingers wide, eyes open, lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Press your shoulders down, stretch your big toe back, lock your right leg. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. See the foot come over the top of your head, press the shoulders down, lengthen to lift, lift your thigh up 1 more inch, hold here, jaw relaxed, mouth closed, eyes open. Change. Left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin in, mouth on your mat. So you want a nice long neutral spine, right? Neck in line with the rest of your spine. And from here, start to bring your arms a little closer underneath you and see if you can round your upper spine. So you want to create space between your shoulders,
Rather than pushing the chest down and squeezing shoulders together, you're going to push the shoulders down and open shoulders apart. Mouth down, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Roll forward like a wheel. Use your hips and forearms for leverage. So you want to push the hips into the forearms in order to roll forward and press shoulders onto the floor. Triceps tight, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your thighs up. Good, change, slowly lower down, bring your arms out, look to the right, left ear on the towel. It is unlikely that I will ever truly love this posture. We definitely have a love-hate relationship, me and locust pose, but I used to hate it so much that I would like do it in percentages. Like if there's 3 parts twice, I would be like, right leg, first set, okay, I'm 1/6 of the way through. Great, now I'm 33% of the way through. Now I'm halfway through. I would do it like that. I had to like make it mathematical in order for me to get through it. And then at a certain point, you know what I realized? I was focusing on suffering, right? I wasn't focusing on like, oh, this is uncomfortable. I was caught up in my own like mental suffering in the posture. Pain is inevitable. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional, right? Yoga, stuff like that offers us this way out of pain, but also out of suffering. So notice what you're focusing on, especially in postures that you don't love, maybe like this one, and then notice what you're focusing on and let it go. Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Second set, locust, shalabhasana, bring your chin forward, arm straight position, bring your arms underneath you, right, left, right, left. So can you just practice the posture without assigning moral judgment to it? Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. What if it is just what it is, right? You're pressing your shoulders down, you're lifting your leg up, stretch the big toe back, hold here for 3, 2, 1, change, slowly right leg down. Relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. So practicing a little bit of non-attachment, not detachment, just non-attachment, right? This way that we're noticing what we're doing without gripping it. Lift your heel up, change, left leg down. Good, and finale, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Knees together, feet together, lock your legs, mouth down, shoulders down, stretch the big toes back, lift your thighs up. Good, change, slowly lower down, arms out, look to the left and breathe. And in my journey with that posture, there was a year where I decided I'm going to do this posture every single day for a year. No excuses, I'm not gonna skip it in class. That was always the posture I'd skip in class. Like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm not gonna skip this posture. Did it every day for a year, twice a day. You know what happened? Nothing in my posture changed. I was so frustrated. But later on, like a year or 2 later, all of a sudden my posture changed. And I'm pretty sure that even though that change wasn't fast like I wanted it to be, that year of playing around with it really helped. So if you're playing around with a posture or a next step in your yoga journey and you feel like nothing's really happening, have heart, be patient, things are happening, just might not happen all at once. Full locust, Pranayama Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor. 747, taking off, just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. Keep your feet together, lower body super strong. Point your toes, lock your legs, squeeze your butt. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings. Look to the right, left ear on the towel, slow inhale. And slow exhale. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. Everything lifting up against gravity. So again, we're using gravity to our advantage here, right? By lifting the thighs and chest, it's like you're weightlifting, but only using the weight of your body. The muscles in the back getting so strong, shoulders opening, chest opening, throat opening. Remember, keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine, not all the way back or all the way down. Feet together, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, nice, Amanda, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left. As you inhale, feel the backs of your ribs expand. As you exhale, let everything soften.
Dhanurasana floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, just 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with the index fingers. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. This is another posture that's great to do around the holidays. It's a nice back bend, and for sure you are balancing on your stomach, right? So it's good for digestion. You want to freeze between your ribs and hips. Bring your knees in and your feet out. Try to get your thighs off the floor. Point your toes and look up towards the ceiling. So lifting the thighs up, knees in, feet out, wrist straight, point your toes, look up, kick, kick, kick. Change nicely, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on the towel, slow inhale, and slow exhale. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, just 2 inches below the toes. If you've been coming for a while and you notice your wrists are bending, see if you can use your upper fingertip strength so the wrists are straight from the get-go. Start with knees, feet close together, point your toes, look up, and kick into your hands. Good. Keep the neck in line with the rest of the spine, just like the other postures. This is the last posture on our stomach. It's a great back strengthener. Great for digestion, really nice opening to the whole front of the body. Point your toes to engage your hamstrings and glutes and kick harder. Continuously keep kicking without stopping your intermission. Point your toes, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, look to the left. Take a slow inhale and an even slower exhale. Good, bring your chin forward, hands to floor, push up. Come to the top of your mat and towel for fixed firm. Supta Vajrasana, showing you the first set from the side. Start in tabletop, open your feet and your knees. And from here, start to walk back. Slowly sink your hips down towards the floor. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or even behind you the whole time. When you're ready, eventually, hips sink down to the floor. Make sure your toes are pointing out, toes are pointing back, not out or in. So you want the insides of your feet parallel. If you can sit between your heels with your knees on the floor and you're not in pain, then put your hands on your feet. Bend your right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows, each other, and hold. Wherever you are is just perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, and hips, but never a point of pain. Take a slow inhale, and an even slower exhale. Just breathing into the knees, to any tightness in the toes and ankles. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. So this is another one of those postures like eagle pose, where we're working into joint tightness. So the release from the posture is often as therapeutic as the posture itself. When we're in the posture, right, we're stretching through tightness in the muscles, we're starting to open up the joints, but when we release out of the posture into a neutral position, we get a big rush of blood through the toes, the ankles, the knees, and the hips. Let's do it again. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful. Come to the top of your mat and towel, second set, fixed firm. If first set was easy, start with your knees together. If first set was hard, open your knees wider. Bikram says you can have one knee in LA, one knee in New York, which I always thought was really cute. As you're ready, walk your hands back, bicoastal knees, sink your hips down. And again, if it's easy, knees together. Knees never come off the floor. Hands to feet, right elbow, left elbow, head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other, maybe other elbow on top. If this is all easy, puff your chest up more,
and tuck your chin in so your neck is nice and long, stretching, but the rest of your back is arching, lifting like a natural human bridge. As you look down the center line of your body, notice if one rib is way higher than the other or one shoulder is higher than the other. Try to have both sides of your back opening equally the same. Good. Change. Put your hands on your feet. Push yourself up. Head up last. Turn around. Savasana. Notice what you're thinking about and let it go through the exhale breath. There's always an invitation just to return to the present moment, to your body lying on the floor in Savasana, and all the weird moments, choices or non-choices that led us to this moment, being here together, virtually doing yoga. I'm so glad to be here with all of you. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the back of your mat and towel, even if it's in a funny form. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels for half tortoise, stretching out the ankles. And if you can't quite sit on your heels yet, no problem. You can always start on your knees. Arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. You want to hinge at your hips. Option to put one or both hands on the floor and walk yourself in, or arms with your ears, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. So this is half tortoise, not child's pose. Squeeze your palms together, cross your thumbs, and tilt your pinky fingers down. You want to get elbows and wrists off the floor. Just the knife edges of your pinky fingers touch the floor. The rest of your arms are in the air. As you inhale, slide your arms forward. As you exhale, sink your hips down. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. Change. Slowly come up. You can put your hands on the floor and push yourself up, or come up, arms with ears, arms down, turn around, Savasana. So the sit-ups serve a couple purposes. One of the purposes is, you'll notice throughout class we breathe through the nose, right? But there's 3 exceptions: the breathing exercise at the beginning, the breathing exercise at the end, and the sit-up. You want to The reason why in general we breathe through our nose, especially when you exhale through the nose, you are sending a signal to your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system that there's no need to fight, flight, or freeze. It is calming to your nervous system. However, towards the end of class, when we tend to get a little sleepy, the double jerk, double exhale, the like rounding your spine as you exhale quickly through your mouth, wakes up the central nervous system, right? So it's literally like a little, hey, we're still here, wake up. That's one of the purposes that wakes you up. The rounding the spine every time is a great way to open the back. And of course, sit-ups are good for core strength, right? So there's a lot of reasons why you want to do a sit-up. However, there is some momentum with the sit-up, and it is a lot on your back. So if the sit-ups are bothering you, or if your back in general after class is bothering you, the first thing to skip is the sit-ups. I skipped sit-ups for like 2 years, right? If they're bothering your back, skip them for a spell and then hop back in eventually. Eventually try a sit-up again, but you can always skip them. Again, if your back hurts after a yoga class, and like not in a good, like I just worked that way, sit-ups are the #1 thing that I recommend skipping. Legs together, arms over your head, so you can roll off to the side, or tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Good. Come to the back of your mountain towel. Second set, half tortoise, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and go down. Go down slowly with control. That's where we're building strength. Forehead to floor, little baby fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Good. Change. Slowly come up. Nice. Arms down. Turn around. Savasana. So for those of you that are doing the sit-ups, I just want to be really clear about the The way that it's supposed to work is you're gonna hold, like you're gonna take a breath, hold the breath, and as you're in that motion of sitting up, of rounding your spine, of lifting the upper body, you wanna keep that breath held. It's when you grab your big toes, you're gonna exhale, and then when you bring elbows towards floor and forehead to knees, you're gonna exhale again. And again, part of that is when you exhale, your abdomen pulls in, and that will help you round the spine more. But I hope I'm being clear, when you're in the process of sitting up, you're holding the breath. It's when you're bringing the upper body down to the lower body, when elbows to floor, forehead to knees, that's when you, I'll show you from the side if it's a little confusing. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. So when then you can really pull the stomach in and round the spine, trying to get elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Okay, come to the top of your mat and towel, Camel Ustrasana, our deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Place your hands on your lower waistband spine, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, look up. Lift your nose, lift your chin, eventually head back. Option to stay here or go back halfway. Freeze in the middle. You can keep your hands on your back, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel. Left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels yet, keep your hands on your back. It's safer support for your spine. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. Slow inhale and slow exhale. Good. Change. Hands to back, push up without twisting the spine. Head comes up last. Very nice. Turn around. Shavasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Take a moment to breathe. Just acknowledging any sensations that posture might bring up, maybe like dizziness or nausea or lightheadedness or some sort of like emotional response, all normal. Stretching this big bundle of nerves in the front of our body. It's an area of nerves that don't get stretched a lot, especially in a world where we hunch forward over our laptop, our food, our work, our phone, our children. So when we do these back bends, we're stretching the front of the body. It's good, right? We want to stretch that unstretched area, but it can feel quite intense in the moment, but I promise it makes us feel a little bit lighter when we leave the room. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. So I always recommend doing second set of this posture, even if it's just the setup, right? And hey, if you have tight knees, roll up your mats. There's a little extra padding under your knees. Open your knees, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, still 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your back. And this might be enough, right? You're already opening through your hips, this big solar plex nerve system, the chest, the throat, the shoulders. Maybe try bringing elbows closer together behind you. Option to stay here or look up, lift your nose, lift your chin, let your head go back. You can stay here or go back halfway, and eventually, or in the future, right hand down, left hand down, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push hips forward, lift chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. Change. Put your hands on your back. Push up. Good for you. Turn around. Savasana. Let yourself feel whatever it is you feel without judgment or expectation. Palms face the ceiling is a symbolic gesture that you are open to receiving. Slow inhale and slow exhale. Just lying here in a neutral position, just noticing any shifts in perception, consciousness, or perhaps none at all. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat and towel for rabbit, Sasandasana. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Take your time, round thy spine, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip, lift your hips up.
If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change hips down, slowly uncurl vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last, turn around, Savasana. I recently discovered on Instagram a phenomena / hashtag called Bunny Butt Friday, and it's just people who own rabbits will like show pictures on Friday of their rabbits' tails or their bunny butts, and it's really adorable. I've always found it a cruel irony in life that bunnies are my favorite animals and rabbit is the hardest posture for me. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. But the postures that are most difficult for us are usually the ones that our body needs the most. Second set, rabbit, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, make L's with your hands, grab your heels from the outside, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. See if you can feel each part of your back moving. The parts of your spine that you can't feel moving are usually where you're tightest. Pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip, lift your hips up, shoulders up, heels together, hips forward, stomach in, keep the grip on your heels, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. So we start class with a breathing exercise in the warm-up series, right? Like half moon, awkward, eagle. And then we end class with a warm down series and a breathing exercise. So the next 3 postures, we're gonna go over some motions in the spine that we do during class, like head to knee, stretching, and twisting. So we're creating a little bit of muscle memory for tomorrow's class. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. So a key to like memorization, in the mind is to do something, leave it alone, and then return to it. So too what we're doing with the body. We touched our head to the knee at the beginning of class. Now we're returning. Right leg out, left leg in, Janu Shavasana. Inhale, arms overhead, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, and put your forehead on your knee. You can bend your right leg as much as you need. Touch knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, stretch up, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Interlock your 10 fingers, pick up your left foot at the ball of your foot, flex your toes back, touch your forehead and knee together, bend elbows down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here and stretch up. Otherwise, lay down, let your spine realign and sit up. Paschimottanasana, stretching, showing from the side. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your peace sign fingers, middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. Lift your chest and start to move your butt back, right, left, right, left. So for this posture, rather than rounding the spine, try to arch your spine. Rather than compressing the abdominal wall, you want to stretch the abdominal wall. Knees can stay bent to keep a flat back. Try to fold forward. If your legs are straight, stick your butt out more and lock your legs, and then go down with a straight spine, flat back, eventually stomach to thighs, chest to knees, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. And if you're ever like, oh, all I want to do in that third part is touch my forehead to knees and elbows to floor, well, just remember that's a sit-up, right? We do a whole bunch of them. So every time you sit up, you're trying to round your spine. Just in that last stretching posture, you're trying to keep a flat back. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Good, second set, head to knee with stretching, right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs make an L. Inhale, arms overhead, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest. Interlock your 10 fingers, touch your forehead to your knee, flex your toes back. If knee and head touch easily with a bent leg, keep going. Try to straighten or even lock your leg, elbows down, stomach in, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, 2 legs make an L, a 90-degree angle, no wider. Inhale, stretch up.
Exhale, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So this is a great practice for standing head to knee and standing separate leg head to knee. Feel what it feels like to have your forehead on your knee, rounding your spine, but you don't have to balance here, right? Just want to feel a nice rounded back, chin tucked to chest, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal, but jaw stays relaxed. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. You can stay here or lay down, let your spine realign and sit up. Stretching, second set, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your Richard Nixon fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left. If your legs are straight, lock your legs. Notice if toes are turning in and knees are coming out, spiral inner thighs down, flex pinky toes back, puff up your chest, and start to pull. Roll shoulders back and down, lead with your heart, not your head. Probably a good idea when you leave the room too. Stick your butt out a little bit. Try to hook rib cage over your knees, stomach to thighs, pull, chest to knees, stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Slow inhale, and slow exhale. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat and towel for final last spine twist of the day, Ardha Matsyendrasana or Lord of the Fish pose. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee corner, right hand behind you, left arm up, stretch up and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand, heel and knee all touch in one spot. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist. If you can balance without the use of your right hand, take it off the floor. Grab your hip, your waistband, or eventually half bind. Reach your right hand behind your back and grab your left thigh with your right hand. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change. Slowly unwind, swap out your legs. Bend your right leg on the floor, touch left heel to right knee corner. Look down, and if you're sitting on your right foot, bring it out of the way, roll to the left, evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. Left hand behind you, right arm up and over. Grab right knee with the right hand. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over left shoulder and twist. You can keep your hand behind you or do the half bind. Keep spine straight, chest up, rib cage open. Push elbow into the knee like triangle pose. Turn, twist, upper body back. Good. Change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. So in the Bikram dialogue and triangle pose, when it's like turn, twist upper body back, like spine twisting posture, left leg lock, left foot flat on the floor. I know you guys are all having flashbacks when I say that, right? But turn, twist upper body back, like spine twisting posture. That's what he's talking about, right? Is the final spine twist. That's what you want to feel in triangle as well. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Isn't this fun? We get like weird Pavlovian responses where if I say left leg locked, left foot flat on the floor, everybody's like, change. Okay, come to the middle of your mat and towel, sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. So this is final breathing Kapalabhati. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. Eventually sit on your feet. You're gonna exhale through your mouth and snap your stomach in, just like the sit-ups. When the stomach relaxes, inhale will happen automatic. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Concentrate. Meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up tall. Chest up, shoulders down, and begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. If you need to leave, I totally understand. If you have time, make time. Final Savasana. I will read us the invitation by Mary Oliver one last time. Oh, do you have time to linger for just a little while out of your busy and very important day for the goldfinches that have gathered in a field of thistles, for a musical battle to see who can sing the for a musical battle to see who can sing the highest note, or the lowest, or the most expressive of mirth, or the most tender. Their strong, blunt beaks drink the air as they strive melodiously, not for your sake, and not for mine, and not for the sake of winning, but for sheer delight and gratitude. Believe us, they say, it is a serious thing just to be alive on this fresh morning in the broken world. I beg of you, do not walk by without pausing to attend to this rather ridiculous performance. It could mean something. It could mean everything. It could be what Rilke meant when he wrote, "You must change your life." Always found it ironic in 26 and 2 yoga, a sequence of yoga that is specifically about being the same every single time. The number one word that we repeat over and over again is change, right? The postures stay the same so that you can change. So when you walk by the next goldfinch or whatever it is, take time, enjoy the rather ridiculous event. It might mean something. It might mean everything. It might be an invitation. You must change your life.